Hey guys, how you doing? It's me, Alan here at Lfcredchat. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Lfcredchat. I'm also on Facebook, Lfcredchat. And you can also subscribe to the channel. But this is the videos that I normally do because I want to become a sports journalist. So I wrote down all my notes from the press conference like you would do if I was actually there. I get to watch the press conference in LFC TV Go. It was a Christmas present for myself. So I get to sit here, watch press conferences, type up all these notes and whatever, and then relay them back to you, what was said, because not everybody gets to see the full press conferences, and sometimes it's edited and everything else for the newspapers that you may see it on, just to try and prove whatever, well, not prove, kind of be a source for whatever article that they're writing. Okay guys, so let's get stuck into it. Crystal Palace post-match, it was Brendan Rodgers back at the podium again. How pleased were you with the performance? He said, outstanding. To all the Brendan Rodgers haters that were going off their nut after he said that about the Merseyside derby. He says that about every fucking game. Outstanding. After first goal, the team were great. First goal as in Crystal Palace's goal. The team were great, responded well. Pardew has done a great job here. Making Crystal Palace tough to beat, but after that, after Liverpool got the 2 goals, he said that Liverpool defended well. Again, like I've been saying for most of these, it's the key words that he keeps on going on about. You know, outstanding first of all, number one. Number two, he's going to say that we defended well no matter what. He's going to say that defended well, they were nice and tight and compact and everything else. Like I've been saying, if you say it long enough, writers will start writing it. You know, they'll start saying Liverpool defended really well. If he keeps on saying Liverpool defended well, Liverpool defended well, Liverpool defended well, writers will start to write Liverpool really defended well, really defended well, really defended well. He shakes off that tag that he had at the start of the season that he couldn't get defence to work, that the defence was awful, and we were leaking goals everywhere. So if he keeps on saying it, eventually people will start believing it. Just look at Man United. Man United, people were saying Man United because you have all these ex-pundits. And now, you know, Scholes, Phil Neville, Gary Neville, all the fucking rest of them are all pundits, so they all back up Man United. Saying how great they fucking are. They go on about that and they say that Man United are a good defending team, and they're not, they're fucking awful. David De Gea lets in so many fucking goals. The only reason people think David De Gea, by the way, is a really good goalkeeper is how well he did against Liverpool in that 3-0 match against Man United. But we won't go any further than that. He was asked, Brendan Rodgers was then asked, what turned it around for you guys coming back from 1-0 into the second half? He said, the players. You know, we needed to be more aggressive and we kept the ball and we controlled the ball and we were more composed on the ball in the second half. He was then asked about the goals and how great the finishes were. He said, yes, the composure was good, the pitch was a bit difficult by then, but the finishes were great by both Sturridge and Lallana. He was then asked about Sturridge looking sharp, even though he's been out for 5 months. He says that we still need to manage his minutes. He should have had a penalty during the match, but we still need to manage his minutes because we don't want him re-injuring himself again. So he needs to be kept, you know, he needs to be kept safe basically during the games. He was then asked about Balotelli. He says Balotelli's training well. Starting to really work and understand the concepts, the systems, and the way that he's supposed to play and everything else. Says he shows good strength, like Balotelli always does. Good strength, good power, good movement and stuff like that, like he said, winning the free kick and all the rest of it. He was then asked about, you know, Balotelli and Sturridge together, the Tottenham game that everybody goes back to at the start of the season, 3-0, when Balotelli and Sturridge played together on top of the diamond. He said it was it depends on how we play. He was asked if you would ever see it again, Balotelli and Sturridge up top. He said it depends on how we played. We shifted the system because that system, by the time we got to Crystal Palace, the 3-1 game, wasn't working. They were missing key players. So he says the two are the threat. If they are together, if they're not together, if they're singular, they're always a threat. He was then asked about if the 3-1 defeat, the Crystal Palace 3-1 defeat, was the making of this team as their momentum is going on just now. He said it was a real low point. Real low point in his managerial career is basically what he's saying. He said that there was a lot of players still adapting to the system, and the system wasn't really working. They were missing too many key players, a la Sturridge, a la Suarez and stuff like that, trying to score goals. So they needed an intervention That's what he said. He was then asked, does this result, the 2-1 result, exercise any demons from the 3-3 game or the 3-1? He says the 3-3 game had no side effects on him, absolutely none at all. He said that they took the lead well, but they defended horribly down the stretch. What really was the game that cost Liverpool the league was the game before, the 2-1 Chelsea defeat. He says that but before then needed to be better. Last game here was a real low point, so we needed to be better than the last time that we were there. He was then asked about Gerrard and Henderson and the captaincy and comparing the two and all the rest of it. He says, and he was asked, how much does Henderson compare to Gerrard? He says, the question was, do you think Henderson is going to fill Gerrard's boots when he moves on? He says that no one will fill Stevie Gerrard's boots. Henderson is a completely different player. He's a wonderful young player. He prepares well, and he could, underline that, could, 4 or 5 times, could be captain in the future. So that to me, he keeps on going on about this, could. He has not nailed on Henderson to be the captain next season. So that's why you'll see me writing articles that maybe it's someone else that's going to be captain. I've got 2 of them up on thebibtheorist.com if you want to see them. Also put it on my Twitter today if you want to go back through the timeline. I'll maybe retweet both of them throughout the day. But it's basically one article is about is Henderson going to be the captain, and we'll look at a couple of alternatives. Lucas, Skirtle, Sacco, Lallana. I think there are a few of them. I've got a couple more in there as well. Then I'll look at there's one about Emre Can, after Colin Pascoe said that Emre Can could be a captain in the future as well. Kind of on the same boat as Henderson, but they will look into the captaincy a little bit more as well into that one. Okay, so that was it for the press conference. 7 minutes long. It took me 7 minutes to explain it. Fantastic. But yeah, he did what he normally does in a press conference. People tend to get wound up by it with him using these keywords. The fantastic and fantastic is Colin Pascoe's word. Outstanding. He uses outstanding, great technician, great technical, great professional, blah blah blah. All the rest of it. He says the same stuff every press conference, really. But some people tend to get wound up by it a little bit. Tends to be the people that don't watch press conferences every week or don't watch a video like this and really understand what's going on or have it explained to them. They'll just see clippings of this and that and quotes from different Twitter accounts and stuff like that of what he said, and it can be misleading. You really should sit down if you can and watch the full video of the press conference, or subscribe to my channel. And I can tell you about what happens in the press conference. I'll give you word for word for the questions and how he answered to it. Then I'll give you my little bit on top of it as well. Alright guys, have a good one. I will see you later on today, no doubt, because I will be fully on Twitter at Lfcredchat. I'll also be writing today again. There'll be an article coming out in the Bib Theorist about Markovic's ban. There's also a video on here if you want to see about Markovic's ban and how I feel about it, and I welcome the comments on any of them as well. A new section, LFC News or LFC Discussion. You can put your comments on there. You can also put your comments down here if you want, guys. Also, I'm really trying to push on with these videos and grow this channel, so if you can, if possible, if you can share any of my videos to any of your friends or onto your Twitter accounts or onto your Facebook pages, that would be fantastic. It would really help me out. Great guns. And also if you can follow and subscribe and all the rest of it, that would be fantastic as well. So thumbs up the video if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. As always, any comments you have, I'm a knob, this, that or the next thing, whatever, down below would be fantastic. Subscribe either up here or down in this bottom hand corner. And apart from that, guys, have a very good day. Alright, stay safe. I'll see you soon because I'll be doing a lot more videos. There'll be a Besiktas preview. Besiktas press conference should be in the evening at some point. They do it late. They do it the day before for European stuff. So it should be a little bit later. But whenever it comes out, I'll sit down and I'll do it straight away wherever I am. I'll get that uploaded to you as fast as I can. So there'll be a Besiktas preview. There'll probably be some news that will come out that I'll sit down and talk about as well. But all the rest of it, guys, you'll be seeing me soon again, I guess. Alright guys, have a good one, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.